I'm Sue,
And I'm Lou.
and today we are going to talk about
Sex, baby.
let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex.
A little bit.
How are you?
Girl.
Someone's been
Gone
traveling up and down
I'm
the
gone
country
now.
like a professional musician.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm actually really good, having such a blessed time on the tour with Lapsley. We've done 4 dates in a row, so my voice is a bit croaky-walky and I've been in vocal rest today. But I thought I'd crack it open just for... That's not recording anymore. Crack it open just for... Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry. I thought I'd crack it open for you.
Bust it wide.
Yeah, bust it wide.
You ever let a millionaire eat your pussy? I think this is a really interesting time for you, Sue.
I think it is too.
I think it's important that we capture your feeling of where you are as an artist because this.
Hi, I'm Billie Eilish. 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 Hi, I'm Billie Eilish.
No.
Yeah. That we can be like, clap that. And then I'll be like, and
Yeah, but
so
except
who
this
wins
is-
the Brit
this-
Award?
this
It'll be like, so I think.
This isn't Vogue. This is our own media platform.
Okay.
This is your first, like, big
So
support tour.
Yeah.
First time you've done like something like 4 shows and 4 nights.
Yeah.
How does it feel? How did it meet expectation?
It was lovely. It took me a couple of days to get into it. I really struggled getting into it because it is literally like car, venue, sing, pack up, home, car, venue, sit, and then repeat 4 times. But then eventually get to swing things. I literally only went for 4 days, and then I'm going for like 2 more days.
It's 4 days, but you have been to 4. You've been to Glasgow, Leeds, Manchester,
And
Nottingham.
no, Glasgow, Leeds, Manchester, Newcastle.
Newcastle. Sorry,
And then we're doing
Newcastle.
Bristol tomorrow. And
Newcastle.
then we're doing Newcastle. And then we're doing London.
What's something that you didn't expect about tour that kind of took you by surprise?
kind of like how little time you have.
Right.
Like I feel like I thought we're gonna have so much time, and even like the little time you do get in between like sound checks, you really don't have time. And also, one thing that has taught me is like how resilient my body is and how resilient my voice is. And I know it's gone croaky now, but like after the first night, I sent it a bit hard on the first night, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna get through. And every night I'll be like,
sorry, by singing or drinking?
yeah,
or?
I went too hard,
Right.
like singing.
Right.
I have not been drinking, but I went a
Nice.
bit too hard. I had like a chesty cough anyway, and I went a bit too hard. I was doing my like shouty bits, which I now realise that like I actually can't do if I'm gonna go on tour.
Mm-hmm.
I need to like pull it back a bit. And so I've learnt like that to be more like in, and you can perform without having to scream. There's lots more you can do with like your body. It's taught me a lot actually. I have learnt a lot, but most of all, I've learnt that like how resilient my body is, and how like even with like no sleep, go, it just like it goes on much longer than I think it would go on.
Mm-hmm.
And on Manchester, like the final day, like I came off stage and it must have, because it knew it was having like 2 days off, like my face swelled up,
Right.
my nose swelled up. I was sneezing for about 30 minutes straight. My eyes were like crying. People asking for pictures. There's like a photo of me and a girl, which I like snotting, like tears. Not like crying, but I think it was like a release because my body was so like...
She's going to sell it to the Daily Mail.
Well, she can if she wants. I won't get 50p. But it was like... It was just like... If like it was like this.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? And
What, but your body just pushes through because of adrenaline and...
yeah, and also as well, like, I can't lie, like this year, like I've been going through like a struggles, as everyone knows, of like trying to get used to my new life, and like kind of like had like, I feel like I've been ill for like 6 months, but I feel like it is a mental thing because getting up and getting out, and it's like you actually don't have time to be ill. And yeah, I'm really grateful that my body's so resilient. What have you learnt this week? How have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah.
I've learnt to achieve balance. So I've been good at. I'm usually quite bad at getting too stressed in the minutiae of daily life.
Yeah.
And as I like to put it, zooming in too much, getting too preoccupied with, have I made the TikTok? Have I sent this email? Whatever. I haven't got back to this person. When in reality, you need to zoom out
Yeah.
to appreciate that I should, pay for my mum's Babe Station
Very.
subscription. Like,
I mean, it doesn't pay itself. But
I need to appreciate what really matters.
yeah.
You know, I need to get Field Premium.
Yeah.
I need to get Hinge
You
Premium.
got gifted that, babe.
I need Bumble Premium.
Yeah. Fair, we haven't been gifted that yet.
But no, in all seriousness, I've just been living a life of more balance and not getting so caught up in the stress of the bullshit that doesn't really matter by taking time like for nice things, for like booking in. I saw my friend Dylan last week at Tuesday at the pub. I never go to the pub on Tuesday. And it forced me to forget about whether I've made enough TikToks.
Yeah.
Or whether I've edited that video on time.
I think this is also like another thing that I felt this week is like I just haven't been thinking about anything other than like work. Turns out that actually when you have a job, you do the job.
Yeah.
Or like when you choose to think some way, like I haven't thought about anything else.
You just don't have time to worry about
anything. You can't.
Yeah.
So more of that for us both.
More of that. I did go to I want to give a quick shout out to this thing I saw at a place called Post Bar in Tottenham on Thursday. At Post Bar in Tottenham on Thursday, there was a thing called Voice Box.
Yeah.
Voice Box is as far as I could tell, I only saw the end of it.
Yeah.
Because I was having dinner in the area with some friends. And then we turn up and there's like these people doing these spoken word things.
Oh, love.
And, you know, I'm not the biggest spoken word guy. Like,
Yeah.
it always reminds me of slam poetry, which always has like the
Rachel.
Cynthia was murdered of 21 Jump Street. But there was this incredible person doing it was a queer spoken word night, and there was it was a queer spoken word night, and there was a very funny trans adaptation of the Football Factory monologue.
That's funny.
Which was great. And there was an ode to Barcelona, which a guy just showed up on the night, wasn't booked to play, elected himself, and then did a like ode to the Barcelona and the queerness and like kind of gentrification or against the gentrification of it while stripping to be butt naked.
Gorgeous.
And I didn't expect to see this on my Thursday night in Tottenham. So
that's so nice.
So it was good. But yeah, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Voice Box because I thought a Football Factory adaptation was exactly what the Straight Diva podcast needs. But elsewhere in the week's happenings, Sue, I think
we need to
talk about it. Okay.
Because this was the only thing that locked me in this week.
You were passionate. You texted me immediately.
Yeah. I was like, we put it on in the car, in the tour van, and when I say, head out the window, listened to every fucking word of Miss Lily Allen's new album, West End Girl.
Did you know it was coming out, first of all?
I knew it was coming out, and then Lapsley had said that she heard some of it, so she gave us a debrief before it played. And so I was like, how gaggy. This bit is exactly what Taylor Swift thinks she is. This bit, storytelling, babe, I was there. Close my eyes, I can see it happening.
Yeah.
I've written down some of my favourite lyrics.
Bars.
Which I just think are... My favourite lyric on it is... my favourite lyric is...
I'm going to get mine up as well.
That's when your demeanour started to change. You said I'd have to audition. I said you're deranged. I thought that was quite strange, which is in the song West End Girl. And the reason that is my favourite song is because every girl knows that moment where you learn that your man hates you. And you learn that your man just fucking despises you and has probably never liked you. And they let it slip and something like that. And it's like, oh my God. And she says, but I choose to ignore it. And she like moves on and it's just like, and then it just gets worse and worse and worse. But like, that lyric, I was talking to my sisters about it, and they literally said that lyric too. Like, it was like that thing that like they can't even be happy for you.
Right.
And then James was saying something like,
it was immediately pastable onto your own experiences.
Yeah. Like, well, the whole project is, and like even like, and then there's apparently that video of her and David Harbour, and like he bought her flowers when she was up for an award for acting, saying, "I hope you don't get it," because he's never got an award for acting. or something like that. And I just think, oh God, he hated it. More favourite lyric. Sorry, do you want to say how you feel before I read out my lyrics? Or we have
No. I'll get to that.
I made my baby's favourite, but he didn't seem to care.
Hmm.
Huge. We've all been there, girls. We've all bloody been there. Who the fuck is Madeline? Gaggy. When I was in the car, he said, who the fuck is Madeline?
The whole instrumental pauses, I think.
So good.
And that's on Tennis, the song before Madeline.
Yeah. Which is genius.
Yeah.
And then also, it's like Madeline got us shook, like Becky with the good hair got us shook back in the day. And then
flawless.
Finally, which I think is the pièce de résistance, is Dwayne bag with the handles tied, sex toys, butt plugs, lube inside.
Yeah.
Hundreds of Trojans. You're so fucking broken. How'd I get caught up
Pussy
in your
Palace.
double life?
Pussy Palace.
Are you kidding?
That was
I honestly I was literally in the van. I like looked after every song we were clapping. All of us, we all clapped. But that fucking verse, I was like, are you fucking kidding? We listened again in the car. Bill was gagged.
David, brother.
David, take the O.
Your laundry got hung out to
Hey,
dry.
You dirty bitch. You dirty dog.
Hundreds of Trojans.
100. You're so fucking broken. Oh.
I think okay, so I think. Well, actually, let me start with just one lyric that I really liked, which is on. I thought the last two songs were really good.
Yeah, so good.
So Fruity Loop.
What is it? Let You Win.
Let You Win and
Banger.
Fruity Loop is the closer.
So good. And what's the other one as well? The one before that with the sample.
I can't remember.
I do know. Let Me Win.
Let Me Win.
No.
We're butchering it.
We're butchering it. No, it's not Let Me Win.
Pussy Palace, maybe the standout song.
Pussy Palace is.
Thus far.
Beg for Me.
Oh, but Dallas Major was great as well.
Beg for me.
My favourite line on the whole thing was nothing like revolutionary, but it just stuck out to me when I heard it, which is the chorus on Fruity Loop. Because it's not me, it's you. It's what you've always done, it's what you'll do. Forever till you die, it's true. It's not me, it's you.
Yeah, and the first lyric of that, I tried to be the modern wife, but the child in me protests. Are you kidding? Like, girl, I know so many girls who would have opened their relationship just because they think they can do it because they should be modern.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch, no one wants to be open.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you start a relationship open, no one wants to be open. Heavy on it.
So, my thoughts going into the album were like, I'm a fan of. I feel like we spoke about Lily Allen before. I'm a fan of her, but like I'm not as. I have friends who I know that are like,
Stans.
and like you, like who like you really like Lily Allen, and I just don't know her music as well, despite being kind of like, I think of the age of the core demographic.
I think we were just after though.
Yeah,
I feel like when Lily Allen was big, we were a tiny bit too young to enjoy it.
But like, really respect her, but just don't know her that well. But like, obviously, in the last 5 or so years, she's got to like. Obviously, she was huge before. Yeah. But she's like had a kind of a resurgence in a different.
In an actor.
Yeah, as an actor, as a podcaster. She's had a high-profile relationship, a high-profile breakup. So like, and she's kind of achieved this new status of celebrity. Yeah. So like, in my mind, I was kind of thinking like, you've got all this new audience and hype, and this kind of second wave almost in your career. I feel like, and you're known for all these other things now, in addition to your music. So like the pressure was on almost to deliver. Yeah. And even though like me myself, as a 27-year-old someone, is old enough to remember when she first popped up, I wasn't like in it. But yeah, I felt like she had this kind of pressure. Especially she's like almost got this like cynical, nonchalant personality, at least on her podcast. Yeah.
I think also as well, like coming back to something like she is like nearly in her 40s. She's had a career for like 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Like it is kind of like a huge thing to come back. I also think, me and Will were saying this, where it's kind of a thing of like, this album is not like, I will come back to this album because I love it. Does this album make me feel good? Absolutely not. It reminds me of the times where I got cheated on, breadcrumbed, like whatever, like threw under the bus, whatever. However, I think as a piece of art, she wrote it in like a number of days.
Yeah, you can tell.
And you can tell, but like as a piece of art, I think it's fucking genius. Yeah. Like, it's so genius. Yeah. Do I think any songs, like I don't know what the standout single would be, I don't know what, but I'm glad that it isn't that. It's almost like, do you know, like almost FL Kane does, where it's like anti like TikTok or whatever. It's like, here's a body of work of exactly what the fuck went on. Here's my storytelling. Have it. This is me as a 30-something-year-old woman who, like, you know, the public have seen grow up. Suck it. And like, fuck this man.
And
heavy
also,
on it, crazy.
And also, it's obviously like the most vulnerable, most expected, but not in a bad way thing the album was going to be about was this was her breakup.
I didn't expect it.
But
Like I didn't expect the whole album to be about it. It gooped me. I just thought it was going to be hits.
I was trying to think about like similar situations and like whether that has always been the case or whether that's a kind of more new phenomena where it's like, oh, I have to make the album about this kind of high profile traumatic thing that happened to me, or whether that's always been I didn't really do any research on it, sorry guys, but like why didn't you expect it to be about that?
I just thought she was going to come back with hits. Like it was just like another album. Like I'm like such a fan. Like No Shame, the album before I loved, and like Yeezus before that I fucking loved. I love all her albums, so I just thought she was just coming back for another album cycle. And even on the podcast she was like, oh, Lily's going away for a bit to do an album cycle. Nothing was coming out like Lily Allen was going to come back with an album that was going to like expose so much. Maybe like a song or two about David, not the whole project being intricately about it. I think it's also the perfect place between like songwriting and gossip. Like the universe and like the internet loves gossip. And like, you know, like Driver's License, when that popped off, it's like, is this about Sabrina Carpenter? Like, and that whole thing, like I think people make such good things off gossip, and she was like, girl, you heard the rumors, here's the tea. Like I think it's fucking genius. I think it's so genius, and it's such a piece of art. And I hope it wins some fucking award, like a Brit or like a Mercury. I think it could win the Mercury.
I think,
in my opinion, and she deserves it.
I still don't get. That's a whole other concept. I don't get what makes a Mercury Award a Mercury Award.
I just think it's like voted by everybody else.
But like there's not much pattern to it in terms of like how high profile or developed or early on the artist is.
100%.
Like it's vaguely alternative.
Like this year you've got Jacob Allen, but then you also have like FK Twigs, and you also have like people who've been in against Sam Fender.
Yeah.
Not saying that they all shouldn't be
I thought
things,
it should usually be like a Jacob Allen.
But
like
I love
like a newcomer.
like a new. I agree. I love Jacob Allen. But then previous winners you got like Anoni. Anoni won it one year.
There's some big winners.
Yeah.
And who are like it's more just like the peak of alternative.
Yeah.
But no, I'm sure it'll be nominated.
I think it's so good.
And like I think it's interesting you compared it to, I think, did you say like Taylor Swift? It's what Taylor Swift wanted her album to be.
I also think someone said Brat Water this could run. I do believe it is like, it's that new version of storytelling, which is just like
confessional.
Which I always think Lily Allen was anyway, but I think it's almost coming back. And Lily Allen's been like, oh, bitch,
exactly,
you're doing my teas. Let's wake it up.
To my knowledge, she's one of the, I'm sure there's loads of references I don't know, but to my knowledge, she's one of the first people that writes songs like with this. It's quite cutting. It's very funny. And it's quite it's the sense of humor to me that like so I think I see in Olivia Rodrigo or so film has just had a tumble, or Pink Pantheress.
Yeah, and like they're clearly all influenced by her. Thanks for ruining my new jumper.
Well, and then that made me think, sliding doors moment. Where do we are we in this exact same place if Olivia Rodrigo doesn't pull out Lily Allen at Glastonbury? Am I being dumb? Am I being like, was that not a big moment? Is that not the start of Lily Allen's resurgence?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Maybe being a bit harsh to all the acting work she's done.
She's sick. I love Lily
But
Allen.
it did introduce her, I feel, to a kind of, or it did bring her back into the spotlight and reintroduce her to at least a very young audience.
But then Fuck You always trends. That song always trends. That was like huge on TikTok. Have you got your haircut?
No. Really? I've actually been thinking about getting one this week. So I thought lyrics, great.
Smash.
Concept / narrative,
amazing.
Great. Performance, great. Like
I really liked almost like the vocal that was like quite heavily auto-tuned as well. I think it really added to it.
And very true to who I see like, Lily Allen
and
as.
it was also like, I'm getting my idea done, have my idea and suck it.
And she's never kind of overperforming or getting too epic.
And what's that line where it's like, if it has to happen, baby, do you want to know?
Yeah.
What a fucking lie.
I still don't get on the concept. So it's not just about a breakup. It's about kind of messy split of a marriage.
The
and
phone
like
call at the start is him asking her to be open.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
And then she agrees to be open, but the only reason they can be open is if he pays for sex, right? So then he is like, fine, that'll be the case. Then it turns out he's actually not paying for sex. He's meeting up with this girl, Madeline. And then from Madeline, it then turns out that she notices, like, Pussy Palace, that he's just been fucking Bear Gal. And he's been buying girls' handbags. And then it's kind of like, and then he's blaming her for it.
Yeah.
So then she's like, oh, fuck it, I'll be open then. Hence, like, my name is Alice Major. But she's like, this is miserable. And actually, I should have just stood up for myself and you, like, breadcrumb me along, so I'm going to leave. That's basically it for me.
Wonderfully summarized.
Thank you.
I didn't clock the paying for sex bit.
It says like I agree to, like, there's a lyric that's like, but only if there's payment.
Yeah.
It's the second song. Ruminate and all the things he said. Is that the third song? I love it.
I loved lyrics, concept, performance. Loved the acting performance at the end of the first song.
Oh my god, yeah.
I thought she
and
killed
Madeline
that.
as well, the accent.
And Madeline was funny. Her sense of humor is like a big appeal for me.
And also like her continess.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm actually making this and I'm going to act my way through it.
Right.
And I'm going to act my way through it because you fucking said I needed to audition.
Right.
Suck my dick.
Commitment to the bit of like, if I'm going to write an album about my breakup, I'm going to go deep and cover all bases.
I honestly, it's my favourite album this year.
It's the most
heavy
it's the most vulnerable thing she could have done.
Yeah. Because she also was like, I was involved in it. Like, she's like, I stayed. I also like went open. I dated men. Like, she tried. I think that whole thing is like, it's like the impeccable portrayal of a relationship where it's like, you didn't leave. And in retrospect, you should have left when you met fucking Madeline, but then you stay for like another couple of years trying to make it work because you just want to hold on to something. I think it's fucking incredible. I think it's so incredible.
But then, when we were talking about Taylor Swift's album, I said the problem that I had with her lyrics was that it's never her fault. She never takes accountability for her own thing. And I feel like in this album, Lily Allen she does a bit of that, but more so I think I just kind of find it interesting because they're funny. Or it seems less petty for some reason.
But this is the thing I don't understand is like, especially like under the comments of like a lot of posts I'm seeing about the album, everyone's like, Lily Allen did this, Lily Allen did that, fuck Lily Allen, she cheated on this person before and all this. But I'm like, she's never not said that she didn't do that. This isn't, I don't get, I think Lily Allen is like the epitome of like a woman who like people just don't like for no reason. It's like, well, name me the reason. It's like, well, she did this, and it's like, did she do that to you? No. Like, I think she's a epitome of like a 21st century woman in a public eye that is like, mercilessly since she was a teenager has been absolutely penalised by the media and continues to be. And she
for writing bars.
But like she can write this album, which is literally like, it was actually peak what I went through. But fuck this man, and people will still be like, yeah, but did you see that she dressed up as Dr. Luke that one time for Halloween? I was like, yeah, because she dressed up as a monster for Halloween. Yeah, she did the assignment. Like, are you fucking dumb?
No, I didn't mean in the sense of like that. You know, what about this thing that Lily Allen's done? I just mean purely in the songwriting. It's like that. Maybe it is that just she can be a bit more vulnerable or emo at times than Taylor Swift. But I think mainly what made it appealing, even though it's kind of mostly a fuck you, or at least it's not solely a fuck you, it's a lot of fuck you and then kind of interesting looks at the messiness of an open relationship.
I think,
she's just funny.
Yeah. She's
and she...
Alice Major's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly.
I think also... I think the bass note is she's literally like, I'm fucked, but you're fucked.
Yeah.
That's what I got from the album. It's like, I'm fucked, but you're absolutely crackers.
The only things I didn't like as much about the album, I think we've already slightly addressed it in that, like...
saying it was made quickly.
No, I love that. I love when that happens.
Okay.
Although I guess maybe you could say that one of my problems with that could have been affected by that. But I thought there was a kind of... I didn't love the production on it.
I knew you were going to say this because I do know what you mean.
A bit, and then I wonder if it's just, I mean, it is just a taste thing. I wonder if it was personal to me because it felt almost cinematic at times, which is obviously kind of fits in with the storytelling thing of it. But I almost felt like it didn't, even though it all belonged in the same world conceptually and lyrically,
don't think it all linked.
Sonically, I don't know if I felt like it was all...
So the thing is, how I see it is, and I'm not doing this, do you know when Swifties, like Taylor Swift deliberately wrote shitly. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing that, but I think it's very reminiscent of her earlier songs where like, because I was listening to it and I was like, in retrospect, like, I was listening to it again today and I was like, there's so many, like, so much production stuff that I'd be like, I'd put like an ad-lib there or like a riser. But I think it's also that thing of like pulling back kind of what Charlie was doing on Brat as
letting
well.
the lyrics speak.
Yeah, and like in allowing space, and like I think there is just a lot of space on the project, which I also do think is quite genius too.
Yeah.
But then I understand when people are like, oh, because I've heard that multiple times. The production's not 100%, but then I'm also like, it was made in this amount of days.
No, it sounds incredible.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But sometimes I can't. I don't know. There was some points where it's like, oh, there's a Latin guitar here, and then it's like, oh, okay, then this is kind of like slightly like drum and bass influence, like.
But don't you think that's so Lily Allen though? To me, like that's like.
And that's maybe something that I haven't always got. Oh, that was a bar.
With like it was so banging.
She prioritizes like what's gonna work for the energy of each song, rather than making it fit sonically for the whole album, which is just a creative choice.
I think she's sick. I loved it.
So
if you're gonna follow.
But yeah, it was brilliant. And then the other thing which we slightly alluded to, which was like, I don't know. Even though I think there is replay value, because I love putting on an album and it's just easy. Don't know how many standout songs there were beyond Pussy Palace, but I've only listened to it twice. So
I think it's amazing. But I think it's a piece of work. Like, you need to listen to the whole piece of work.
But well done to Lily Allen.
Shout out Lily Allen. Come on the pod, Lily. You know you want to.
Credit where it's due.
God, that's the pod done. Thanks, guys. How long have we been talking for?
We went deep. We are at 29 minutes.
God.
Fuck. Sorry, guys. We're passionate
People
about this
wanted
shit.
it. Like, I was saying, what should we talk about today? And basically everyone said Lily.
Yeah. Okay, elsewhere in pop culture news this week, so I think we were asked to...
Does she need a phone? My wife needs a phone.
iPad kid. Did you read this article by...
Shantae Joseph.
Is it embarrassing to have a boyfriend now?
Which is a perfect segment on from Lily Allen's album.
Well, yes.
I love Shantae Joseph. Just to get it. Let's get this straight. We followed each other for a while.
I didn't know her name, but then I realised I've enjoyed a lot of her videos.
She's amazing.
TikTok.
She's that video picture that always goes around on Twitter where she stood by a flagpole with the British flag.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh so much. She's a fucking genius and she's fucking G. But she wrote this for Vogue and it's everywhere. And Adolphe's liked it, like it's blued up. And like she said, she interviewed everybody who's in it. I do know what she's saying. Because it is, in many such cases, dating men.
In many such cases.
It is peak.
So the main sentiment of the article is that people... it's women specifically is really the argument of the article. Women are increasingly not posting
their
boyfriends. So it's not. It's kind of specific to social media, I would say. It's not like insinuating, as the title would suggest, that just generally kind of relationships are becoming embarrassing or less desired. I think it's more so from a social media perspective, right?
Yes, but then I also I think it is I think it is from a social media perspective. And like she was saying that, like, she obviously, I don't know how she went into it, but she mentioned, like, you know, you want to avoid getting the "I'm coming to you as a woman" type beat that most of us have fucking experienced. Or she was like talking to like people who just didn't want to post their man, because there are people that move mad on the internet and will slide in your man's DMs just out of spite. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's many things. And then also, it's that thing she was also saying, or I don't know if she said it on a TikTok or somebody else said it on a TikTok, where it's like, we also know that girl, when she gets a boyfriend, she just becomes a bit peak and she like disappears, or like she becomes significantly less interesting.
Yeah.
And it is to do with, like, and not to relate back to women who love too much, but it's to do with that, but the patriarchy and kind of like inherent behaviours that we learn. I was actually speaking to Bill about this on a separate occasion anyway, recently, but like I learned behaviour is like, you know, it is embarrassing. It's embarrassing that people yearn, and it's embarrassing that, like, for some people it's embarrassing. I think if you know that you're with a good person, it's fine, but like, I think what we start to learn is there are really, and I mean really few good men out there, like, for women, men inherently love women.
Mm.
It's really small number.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe it to be. And that is embarrassing because honestly, again, similar to like Lily Allen album, when I read it, I was like, oh yeah, this is like the feeling, like the hey girl message that you get, or like posting your man. It is embarrassing.
In the article, Shantae says, to me it feels like the result of women wanting to straddle two worlds, one where they can receive the social benefits of having a partner, but also not appear so boyfriend obsessed that they come across quite culturally loserish. They want the prize and celebration of partnership, but understand the norminess of it, says Zoe Sumadzi, writer and activist. In other words, in an era of hetero-fatalism, women don't want to be seen as seeing all about their man, but they also want the clout that comes with being partnered up.
She also read a book before this. I don't know whether it was before this or just, but she's been citing this before this article came out, called like The Problem with Heterosexuality, something like that. I can't remember what it's called. If you message me about it, I'll find out if you want to read it. But she basically says like it's basically about all these inherent things that we're taught in the patriarchy, and like you are set to fail. And like even like the most healthy relationship, you're set to like look after, or like you're set to like worry, and you're set to like the way my brain is made is not the same way your brain's made. Like not well. The transphobe will say yes, it is, but like the way that my brain was like conditioned is not the same way your brain's been conditioned. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
I kind of did initially think, like, disagree with the sentiment of the article, just because I feel that it's more so. Well, it's mainly focused on this social media perspective of things, right? And obviously, my experience is biased to people I know, but I kind of feel in my social group, people aren't posting their partner because, like, most people don't post much on social media as well.
Anyway.
Like, looking at kind of from a social media perspective, like, I feel like distorts, like, people who use social media actively are quite an interesting small representation of people in general.
Yeah.
Not that it's not important, it is important, and it's like it pervades our life every day and every minute. And a lot of people do post on social media. But I don't know if it's kind of just my experience, but I feel like not only people are actually kind of more increasingly proud of their relationship, whether it's not in terms of social media, just generally I feel like at least most of the people I interact with like still crave monogamy,
for sure,
deep connection. Not to say that that's what Shantae is saying, because she's saying that there's an inherent embarrassment about it. But I don't think. I guess what I'm trying to say is I think it's a social media thing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's not really. It doesn't extend to kind of what we would consider real day-to-day life.
Sure. I mean, I think that's also the thing. Like, my ex I posted online. Like, I had a TikTok series with my ex where I gained like loads of followers. Like, I started getting my first internet work because I was posting these like your dad videos with my ex. And it is peak when eventually they like, I don't know, when I announced it, like we weren't together, people come to like no, and it's like the reasons we weren't together is because he was a cunt, babe. Do you know what I mean? And like, and then you have to like sit with that, and you are embarrassed. It is an embarrassing thing, and then to go through that and then be like, oh, I'm not gonna post anyone else again, and then I find out, well, dude. But
there's nothing wrong with wanting to take pictures of your worldie.
But I think there's also 100%. But I also think it is this thing. It's like things seem so set on the internet, and like she was also saying, I think it was one of her videos, or it was a spin-off of her videos, where she was saying, also being an artist and being like on social media, you can lose a bunch of followers if you post your man. Especially like women, like if like women are out there looking like gorgeous and that's their like whole like thing.
Yeah. Well,
and like they post their man, all these men that are following them go like, fuck that. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
That was another reaction I had to it, because it was kind of presenting.
It's fucked anyway, but.
Well, I guess I didn't have a problem with it, but it made me think of kind of like the music industry or the film industry, like celebrities.
Sex.
That's not a new thing. Not only sex sells, but being single sells.
Yeah.
But I guess as we are in this kind of new landscape where more people are celebrities, or more people treat how they're perceived and their image as something that's like serious, then they are less likely to post their partner.
Yeah.
But also, is that the worst thing in the world?
No.
Like, and is it just? I was more thinking of it like we're just in a new world of like what public and private life is.
I was thinking about this before we did the pod, like today.
Yeah.
If you only like, especially people, I think I forget how lazy people are, but people like, you know, when you post a music video, like you'll say go onto YouTube and people won't click the link. It is that thing. It's like if you wanted to find out what Bill looked like, for example,
Right.
you could find out.
Right.
Won't be hard.
Mm.
However, people who've not seen this pod, we don't show them on here. People will have no idea who it is. To the point when people would find out, they'd message be like, "Oh my god, you're Bill." But it'd be that thing. It's like, not that it's an active choice, but I suppose it's an active choice. Bill that he's not wanted to be on camera in this. But like it does hide a part of your life which is not necessary. Like we don't. It's not. He decided he didn't want to be on camera.
And just because someone doesn't want to post a picture of their partner
doesn't mean that the love is. But it's the same Facebook story by Frank Ocean. Can you remember that?
Well, yeah, he fucking coined that shit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean you're embarrassed by them just to not want to post.
No. If you don't want to post,
but
you don't want
I
to.
get that it's like
It's
less
not about that.
less clouty.
Yeah.
But we're in a different.
We're in a different age, and
we're in
people care about
but
that shit.
even to Facebook time, where it's like
make it official.
Facebook is make it official, but also I don't know, maybe it's generational to us because we were at school when we were on Facebook, but you're broadcasting to people you know, and it's closed off and it's to your friends, even if it's a wider group of friends, and it's still performative, whereas Instagram is more like kind of appealing to a wider audience, I guess. There's potential of a wider audience, so you're more business-minded or kind of what will be desirable. But yeah, it was a really good article, very thought-provoking, and very well written. Yeah. So shout out Shantae. In other news, what the fuck else is happening this week, Sue? It's Halloween this week. You don't care about Halloween.
I hate Halloween, but I will be going to I Love My Wife on
the 31st. Yeah, I don't do Halloween really.
I hate Halloween.
And this is kind of my attempt at making Halloween fun, making it all about me.
One thing I will say about it is you put up the link to I Love My Wife saying our best lineup yet, and I just
fuck.
I think it's your second best lineup yet. I just wanted to like go back to that.
Well, babe, if the ticket sales speak for anything, it's definitely not the best lineup.
Oh, is it not? Okay.
And your lineup was the best. If the people are speaking,
but we'll be there.
No, babes, I was just trying to sell tickets.
Well, if you wanna come meet me and Louis, I'll be at I Love My Wife. Buy a ticket. There you go.
Are you going to dress up as anything?
No.
Good.
Sorry. I actually hate it.
I bought 3 different costumes today.
Is it?
Well, no, bought 2. Almost bought 3. I almost went down I bought a Ratatouille costume.
Nice. Then
I bought a Claudia Winkleman wig. And then my friend was like, you should get a Sia wig. And I was like,
that's sick.
So, yeah, I'm getting dragged into the hoo-ha.
Yeah, that's nice. I just don't have time for it this year. Maybe next year.
Do you like kind of get spooky on Halloween? Do you analyze kind of your inner demons?
No, I honestly, I just like skip it. Like I find that the parties enough. It really just doesn't move me.
It's too normy.
I just like Christmas.
I just like Christmas.
You don't get a present on Halloween, so yeah, you just get fucked up.
Yeah, okay, so we don't massively care about Halloween, but please do come to the Halloween gig I'm putting on.
Hello.
And dress up and have fun with it, even though Sue hates it.
Yeah. I'll be there just in regular dress.
Yeah.
I came as a woman. Hello.
The clocks have gone back, Sue.
Which I didn't even realise.
Which for international...
Did you gain an hour?
We gained an hour of sleep, but we lost an hour of light.
Yeah, I gained an hour of sleep, and that's why I slept so well, because I was like, I only slept for like 6 hours, and I was on tour, but it was lovely. But it's dark at like 4 p.m.
I think it's the worst day of the year.
Okay.
I think the clocks going back makes me feel worse than anything else. Oh. But the more positive news is that it hasn't been as bad this year.
Yeah.
But I don't really mind about temperature. Light really fucks with me.
Yeah.
So Sue, I thought it would be good to do some some SD tips to fight SAD.
straight away, I've been taking vitamin D morning and night every
Bosh.
day
Okay.
for like a month now.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you're getting your 5 a day.
She had an orange juice and carrot cake for breakfast.
Heavy on it. I got a blender. I've been blending up berries
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
I don't like banana.
Go sober.
Go sober for a bit. Yeah.
Only
Just to pull yourself back together.
only tell one person so you're accountable, but make sure it's your like kindest, most patient friend,
Well,
so that
like-
when you inevitably break the sobriety,
they don't give a fuck.
they don't give a fuck.
I think what I really, really like about
Sobriety.
is you can just like drop it and pick it back up.
Yeah, and that's fine.
And I think that's life.
That's not failure.
That's life. That is honestly the highest note I've got out of my throat in like 2 days.
She's been worried.
I've been petrified.
You can save up money for Christmas
I'm
presents.
so fucking back.
Because giving to others will bring you unmatched fulfillment.
Do you know what? Actually, as the older I get, the more like that actually is true. Like gifting people things is really lovely.
But giving to others will bring you unmatched fulfillment, even if they are your unappreciative idiots that you were born with.
Oh yeah, like I'm not.
Like
me and Bill are staying in
it's-
London. Are you staying in London?
I'm from London.
Yeah, I know, but I do go home.
I do go home.
Okay, fair.
But it's just me and my mum this year.
Oh, but me and Bill come round.
Are you not going?
No, me and Bill are staying in London.
Bill's from London.
Yeah, but everyone's gone everywhere.
Oh.
Everyone's busy.
Multiple homes. Get a boyfriend and then break up with them because they're embarrassing.
Gorgeous. You can make soups. I make carrot and coriander, but with sweet potato and not regular potato because it's more tasty.
Okay, nice. I think like that's quite reminiscent of Caribbean cooking almost.
I don't know.
You could start a noise rock band. You could move into a hype house. You could move to Australia and then come back when you realise that you can't actually start a life there and you're only delaying the inevitable dread of getting a job you hate.
Period.
And
You can start posting on TikTok every day and become an influencer in about 2 years and have a podcast.
or you could just end it all.
Or you can sign a record deal and have an impending doom that if you don't get a next viral hit, you feel like you're going to get dropped every time you release music.
Or you could rely on others for validation and have no kind of sense of self-worth. Wonderful.
Or you can quit, or you can quit your day job and slowly realise that maybe you do actually have more issues like ADHD or autism, for example. And then every single day you kind of feel this like underlying flu that you've had for about 6 months that you're unable to shake, but it's because you just feel so low about yourself.
Double D's of sense of self-worth, though. I've been realising recently that life, the key to success in day-to-day life is just building momentum against my anxiety or like indecision. Indecision is the complete enemy, or like being like thinking about whether I'm going to do something for more than a second. I'm ultimately fighting against that feeling more than anything else. So much to the point where I'm now putting I'm putting 4 people to text on my to-do list just to get some momentum at the start of the day.
I'm on the bottom of that.
I am that sad.
No, but like that's good. That's how you should
I think you're third.
Take that, Mom.
But no, those were some semi-comical and semi-serious tips to beat SAD. Do you get SAD?
Oh, heavy on it. That's why I've been taking vitamin D.
You don't take vitamin D the whole time?
No, I stop in summer.
I take.
Because I just be tanning in my sea, son.
I take vitamin D up the fucking rocker.
You know, some bears just moaned.
Is there anything else to talk about? You wanted to talk about aim and home.
Yeah, because I said, what do you want to talk about on my TikTok? And no, on my Instagram. And then those people replied, which I really do appreciate. And so I was like, you should talk about Eamon Holmes. And I was like, lol, should I talk about the time that me and a few friends who will remain nameless, Laura and Zooey, we stalked down Eamon Holmes.
They want to be named.
Yeah, they want to be named. We stalked down Eamon Holmes. Then we found his new girlfriend that was named in The Sun. Then we stalked her, found her practice for psychotherapy, found her number and just kept ringing her.
Why?
Justice for Ruth, I guess.
Justice for Ruth.
Yeah, because Ruth and Eamon broke up. And Eamon's a horrible, horrible man.
Do I genuinely know who Ruth is?
Yeah, Ruth. What's her last name? Holmes? Ruth?
And why Justice for... Oh my God.
Yeah, Justice for Ruth, because he's an awful
She
man.
was married to Eamon Holmes.
Yeah, and then he was calling something
Could
awful.
you?
He was being racist the other day on TV. He's a useless man.
Yeah, he is
I know, he's awful.
He's on GB News nowadays.
Yeah, GB News, like, is it that bleak?
Yeah.
And so he's with his new psychotherapist, young girlfriend.
It's like people just become horrible racists when they like can't find any work.
Well, exactly, and he had a fall.
Even if you're like a really
And
high
at the
profile
time,
TV personality.
No, I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
But he was going through it, and so we just thought we'd call his girlfriend and leave a voice message, being like, "Can we please book in?" It's not illegal, is it?
No, it's like a very considerate, artful,
We won't be mean. We won't be like,
prank
"You
call.
pig." We were actually just like, genuinely just going to ask her about her services.
Mm. No, I saw him saying some horrible shit, which I'm not even
Yeah, he's a
gonna do.
fucking idiot. So yeah,
but
fuck Eamon.
To be honest, I had no idea because like, when someone put Eamon Holmes in your responses, I was like, "What's happened?" So I googled Eamon Holmes, and then I didn't even know he was working at GB News.
I think they come up in a time which was like, we want a wife and husband like hosting TV and all like shit old values, and then it just turns out that he's actually just some like useless fucking creep who Ruth just had to stay with to stay on TV, and then when they both got fired.
It's a weird
They break up.
little scene of people, the kind of daytime.
But Ruth said
TV.
that when a divorce goes through, she's going to start riding dick again. Go for Ruth.
What do you mean riding dick? Like specifically the
Or
position, or
could
she
be
just?
riding Fanny? I don't know. What would you like from me, Louis?
No, I just meant. Is she not? She's not exploring those avenues already.
No, she said after the divorce.
Because
But that was
she's a
but he already
professional.
got with somebody else. That's why we called his therapist
Okay.
wife thing.
You dirty dog, Eamon.
Eamon, you're a
You
freak.
dirty fucking dog. You couldn't resist.
Would you like a frickin'
Agony.
yeah? We've actually got a sad one today.
Oh, good. Sometimes we need to be sad.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
26. This is for the real Straight Diva fans. 26, male, self-hating gay, not because I'm gay. Hi, soon, Lou. After a difficult breakup, I don't know, I think I was just led on for 10 months. Mummy is now dead to me. I've gone to therapy and have become affirmation curious. I know that Sue is an affirmations diva and wondered if you had any tips on where to start. Love yous. You remember Mummy?
Sorry, I thought Mummy was a reference to.
No, Mummy, their boyfriend that wanted to be called Mummy. They're broken up.
Oh my God.
They're broken up.
Sorry, I thought Mummy was just a kind of a silly
And
name.
I've met Mummy and also them.
Ah.
I've met them in Nottingham. They came to a gig. So it's actually a really sad moment.
Okay, well, firstly, I'm sorry about
And I
the
hope
breakup.
you're okay. I hope you're okay.
Secondly, we tried to warn you from the start.
We didn't. We loved it. We loved it.
No, yeah, what was that? So, hang on. For context, maybe for newer listeners.
Yeah. This person was in a relationship with somebody else, and they basically, their partner wanted to be called Mummy, even though they're a gay man, I believe. And then through that, they gave us multiple questions, being like, what shall I get a mummy for Mother's Day, basically.
Right. And was there an initial question in, like, is it weird that he wants to be called Mummy?
Yeah, basically.
And
that
which
was
we
it.
were both like, no, it's
just
fun.
go for it. It's nice.
It's fine. It's funny. Okay. And you've sadly broken up and you've started going to therapy. Well done.
Yeah.
And you're getting into affirmations. I believe they asked for your opinion first.
My opinion on them is this, as follows. Affirmations are good when you know that the issue is like bad thoughts that are happening. And the reason affirmations work is because you can only think one thought at the same time, which to me, I was like, I definitely think two thoughts at the same time, but apparently you don't. But because you only think one thought at the same time, if you're having a bad thought like, oh, I wonder what he's doing, I'm kind, I'm strong, I'm beautiful, whatever, will like hit it back. Or if you think, or you retrain your like pathways in your brain to like, I'm ugly, to like, I'm pretty. If you say it many times, you'll start to believe it. Like that is like, in my opinion, scientifically true. However, where affirmations don't work, and as I'm like getting older, is like if you're mentally ill, you can't bat away mental illness with affirmations. And so like I think I was wrongly told to do affirmations through something that like now in retrospect, I probably needed to be diagnosed with something.
Okay.
So like at a time I needed my therapist to get me through with affirmations.
Mm-hmm.
However, there should have been a point where I stopped going to therapy because that type of stuff wasn't going to work for me. I needed to get like diagnosed with ADHD or like depression or bipolar or something, and right now it's looking like it's ADHD. You
So
see what I'm
like
saying?
affirmations are kind of like a painkiller, like Nurofen,
Yes.
whereas like you need like a suppository in the ass. Like,
Yeah. Of serotonin. No, but like it is a injection of it.
No, that was a nice analogy.
But do you know what I mean?
Not mine.
Affirmations are good for situations, I think. Like if you've been through, you know, they help you accept, like, you know, like if someone dies, I can imagine it's like nice to be like they're in a better place, like telling yourself, rather than they're dead, they're rotting in the ground, or like someone leaves you, it's like, well, I'm better off on myself, like I'm strong, I'm kind, I don't know how I'm going to get through it, but the one that really changed my life was I will resurface. Like when you're like really under it, it's like I'll come back up again, I don't know when, but I'll come back up. I think they're useful in that sense. I don't think they're useful to battle away mental illness though.
Yeah, or they're just like it's almost like a valuable beginner's thing.
Yeah.
It's like one of the first things that I think is a really good, easy thing to do, but it's more like foundational. It's more like just something to get you started.
Like this year, when I started having like my ickle mental health problems, I think I was doing affirmations and getting frustrated that it wasn't working.
Right.
And it was actually just I was mentally ill, not that I needed affirmations. And affirmations did help, but like ultimately at the same time, like you can't affirm your way out of certain situations.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to go get help.
You can only say you're strong so many times before you realise you might.
Because also you might know you're strong.
Yeah.
But if your brain is literally not able to produce like serotonin or the other things that go off in your brain, it doesn't matter if you think or know you're strong. Because that was the thing that I was like frustrated with recently, where I was like thinking things like, I know I'm beautiful. I know I'm like kind of know like whatever. Like, I know those to be true. I know I've learnt those. I don't need to repeat that now when I'm struggling because I'm struggling for a different reason.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But that being said, I think it's a very important point you've made that, you know, they can only go so far.
Yeah.
But we don't know that this person does have mental illness.
For sure.
They might just need affirmations and therapy, and that
they
might
work perfectly.
and that might do great.
Yeah.
And affirmations are great. In my case, even though I still struggle to do them sometimes because I find them like
cringe,
self-celebratory.
Which you also deserve that though.
Yeah, but I mean, even more reason that I need to do them. Because I need to be more at peace with self-celebration.
Yeah.
And especially in the wake of a breakup, they can be great, and they're easy and they make you feel good.
Yeah.
But they're just one ingredient in the cocktail.
Yeah. But one thing I will say is
fulfillment and contentment.
From you writing in, I know we've made like not jokes, but we've laughed together about your situation, and you've like done it, and it was amazing meeting you. I just want to say, like, you're clearly a very good person with a very big heart, and we're a very good partner. I don't know what happened, and I'm sorry it's over, but like, you will love again, you'll find love again, and like, just pour that love into yourself now.
Yeah.
Take yourself out for coffee. Take yourself out and about. You've got this, girl. And you'll find another person who will like to be called a different name.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Affirmations are only one part of what's gonna make you feel good again, and it's great that you're going to therapy, but also make sure you're living a fun, balanced, and meaningful where possible life.
Exactly. One more.
Una más.
Okay, 20-year-old confused man lover. How do I stop being friends with someone without being a dickhead? I live and work with my housemate, and she thinks we are friends, but I can't stand her. She works at a cafe on the weekend and only talks about anime and cosplay. She's incredibly insufferable, as she can only talk about herself. Impossible to have conversations with, but then also does things like getting me little gifts and stuff despite me actively not hanging out with her. And I do feel mean, but she's completely unself-aware. Recently had a death in my family, and she was completely insensitive about it and asked me not to talk about it because it reminded her of her granddad who had a broken arm. No joke. But then I know it's from a place of immaturity and not malice. I spend a lot of my free time out of the flat to avoid her, but she keeps asking me to hang out and also getting me things. I completely don't know what to do and if I'm being a mean twat. That is a hard one. I actually don't know what to say to that.
Can you actually stop banging on about your family death?
Yeah, because like my granddad's got a broken arm.
My granddad actually broke his arm.
God,
You're not being a dick,
you're not being a
first
dick.
of all. Don't beat yourself up about this. I mean, my instant reaction is just do what you can to get out of this flat. You're not responsible for this
Because
person.
it's never going to get better because also you don't like them.
Yeah.
And that's just not going to change.
And also, like, you can still hang out with this person if if you feel bad that, maybe, I mean, you didn't say this, but maybe if they have like no one else to rely on, I mean, still they're not your responsibility, but that would be good of you if you wanted to kind of like, if you're feeling feelings of guilt, if you were to kind of leave her, you can still hang out with this person and, have a relationship with them, not living with them. Living with them is an incredibly intense.
Living with people is hard.
It's
Especially living
hard,
with
but
people where like you don't want to be friends
but
with.
also
anymore.
most people aren't like
Yeah.
this, usually.
Like, okay, so
Although there are kind of cons to
there are-
everyone.
when and if she's never going to listen to this, but if she does, I'm sorry. When I moved to London, I lived with two girls. One of them became one of my best friends. One of it who was Amara. And then we lived with this other girl who was genuinely lovely, but she was extremely messy. And it was really difficult because I liked her, but living with her was fucking vile. Like, and I mean vile. Like, the fridge was minging. She'd leave shit everywhere. It was like actually fucking minging. And that was really hard because you then start to dislike her in a way because you're like, because you're like, why are you making my life hell? And it's really fucking difficult. And genuinely, the only thing I can say is just like, what happened in the end is she wanted to stay living with us for another year. And me and Amara wrote a message being like, either we're going to move out or you have to move out.
Yeah, and that
And that's what it comes down to, babe, unfortunately.
yeah, and it comes down to an ultimatum, which you can always do in like a mature, respectful way. Until then, maybe you just need to similarly kind of stand up for yourself in a way that, again, is not you kind of losing it or getting too angry with them, but just saying, can you not? It actually made me feel a bit upset when you.
Yeah, you can communicate and be like, it shouldn't trigger you.
Just for your sanity, to make sure you feel like you're not kind of living this complete double life where you kind of are just like you can't communicate to this person who annoys you so much that they're making you feel upset. I think you can do that in the meantime to maybe like set a little bit of a boundary and just make you feel a little more sane in your own living space. What else to do until you can get out of there? Don't just try and spend as little time. It already sounds like she's trying to do that. Set some boundaries in a loving way.
And just get out.
And get out of there. And don't feel bad about it.
And that's been us, Straight Diva. By the time this comes out, I'll be about to play Islington Assembly Hall.
Bow!
Please come down. Playing on the 30th of October. Come. Stream Yeah Right by So I Think.
And hip to be done. Multi-screen.
Finally shout out Tracky McLeod for the lovely Glasgow.
You see the drip? Beltar.
Right, I'm off now.
Bye. We're gonna get pork cracky.
Bill's made us dinner.